Here we go. Panjan, we are live. Okay, I will just share the YouTube link with the group, and then we will start with our discussion.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yo, where are we? Great. Just posted there. Panjan, we are live. Okay, I will just share the YouTube link with the group, and then we will start with our discussion.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Good evening, everyone. Hope you all are doing good. Yeah, so in today's discussion, as we already gave heads up, right? Today's discussion would be based around artificial intelligence and machine learning. And we have with us someone who is like a mentor and has very good knowledge about that. He has been through, he has his own good way where he designed and planned his career, and that is really amazing. Okay. So the one who you can see today with me on the screen is Dipanjan. The short introduction about him is he did his MS from IIT Madras in civil engineering, oceans engineering. Prior to that, he did civil engineering, and currently he has been selected as a part of TCS team in research and development. And this domain would be in his domain of working there would be in artificial intelligence and machine learning. So today we will have some discussion around this. We will have a discussion with Dipanjan. We will know his inputs about what actually artificial intelligence, the scope of it, the scope of machine learnings, and we will have a sensible, good discussion. I suggest you all to be there with us and make maximum out of what we are going to discuss. And after completion of this particular session, a link will be shared as usual. If you have any queries, you can write it there. We will work with Dipanjan and get that address. So good to have you here, Dipanjan. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Ravi sir.
Yeah, good to have you here on short notice. Actually, we decided yesterday, and we are live today. Guys, one more thing. Okay, I met Dipanjan like 2 months back, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, yes.
We had some discussions. We had some discussions. He's also part of our platform. We had some discussions, and recently learned that he got selected. So really excited to have him on board. I see in him a sincere and a smart guy who has a very good knowledge about chess as well. He is one of the good players of chess, and at the same time, he is good sportsman and he's very smart. And the way he has panned out his career would be very good to hear about. So Dipanjan,
Thank you.
yeah, good to have you here, buddy. Good to have you here. Tell us, Dipanchan, something about yourself. How did it all start, or something about how your professional journey has been through so far?
Yeah, actually, my professional journey was kind of weird compared to many others because I finished my civil engineering first, and then I actually got into an IT company after that. So I worked there as an application developer. And after that, I decided to join IIT Madras after giving my gate. And then, fortunately, I was selected for a project there in IIT Madras, which I worked in a DRDO project, which involved submarine presence prediction. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of a very interesting project, and that was the reason actually my career got shifted towards artificial intelligence and machine learning.
Mm, great, great, great. Good to know this, Dipanjan. So this is how it is, right? So if we just have that particular sense of just a feel of keep going, and accordingly the things automatically will come into place.
Yeah, exactly. Just focus on what you want to do, and eventually things pan out the way you want to actually.
Yeah. So okay. Any other internships that you have done, Dipanjan, or something?
Yes, there are quite a many actually. I've done like many miscellaneous projects of my, which actually align to my interests, apart from the project I've been doing under DRDO. So I've attended a lot of conferences as well, and I discussed with a lot of people about their projects as well. So yeah, I've done internship in Q3, I've done internship in ONGC as well, and I've done a lot of things, like even being a part of DRDO as well, and apart from the project work as well.
So basically, this is how it is, right? You kept learning,
Yeah,
you kept doing something. It was not that you never sat idle. You kept thinking. It was
yeah,
like civil engineering to start with. Then you did some internships. Then you thought of doing ocean engineering. Then you at the same time you got some interesting project, and at the same time you were building your analytical skills. You were good at that. You had an exceptional academics. That is what I learned from your resume. So automatically then you recently got placed into research and development team of TCS, right?
yes, yes. Research and innovation team in TCS. Yes,
Yeah, so this really planned out very well, Disha. This really planned out very well, Dipanjan.
yeah.
So tell us something, Dipanjan, about how the analytical things came into picture and what made you learn online about machine learnings and related stuff, because you were into civil engineering, you were into ocean engineering. So what made you learn about artificial intelligence and machine learning?
Basically, this domain actually touches each and every other engineering domains, not only engineering domains, so to say, like even businesses and then marketing, be it HR, like every domain. Analytics is present in every domain. So, yeah, so it's not just, I mean, engineering prospects. So when we look at analytics, there are a lot of things. Like data is there everywhere. So wherever there is data, you can have a lot of insights from that data. So drawing out insights and then saying something about the business process or the basically the processes going around it. So you can get a lot of idea just by looking into the data. So having analytical skills is like really, really important nowadays because we have a lot of data. And yeah, we have a cheap storage. So, I mean, earlier you used to have this big, I mean, just a floppy used to cost a lot. Now you can get storage very cheap.
True, true. So
So,
whatever data is, you big a biggest dump and just put it in a small someplace, and you
yeah,
all need is to do analysis on that. And once you are good in analysis, you can just do anything out of that particular.
yeah, exactly, exactly,
You know how to analyze the data, and once you are good at analyzing the data, you can plan, you can forecast, you can change the process around, you can
exactly,
study, you can see the current thing the way they currently stand. On the basis of forecast, on the basis of the data, you can predict what it is going to be, and much
exactly.
before that happens, you can actually change the way how the things are expected to be.
Yeah, exactly.
All the people who are listening us, right? We thought of talking about data analytics as well, something related to data as well, because that has played a very good role in Dipanjan's career. And right, so that is one of the important things. And something about artificial intelligence, Dipanjan, and machine learning. Uh,
Yeah.
how helpful it is. So you did ocean engineering, and meanwhile you also kept doing something related to artificial intelligence or machine learning. How exactly a person can do this?
Actually, there are a lot of courses online. I mean, in the internet, I mean, open source uh, documents are available. You have a lot of blogs written. I mean, there are a lot of ways to learn machine learning and artificial intelligence. But yeah, data science is the stepping stone to learn these things. So obviously, you should know your data well before you go on to model your data and then predict things. So yeah, there are a lot of courses basically, and I learned from my experience, as in like if project requires something, then yeah, I had to do what the project requires, and yeah, I learned that particular thing, and then it kept going on. So
True, true, true. And how about the scope of artificial intelligence as of now, Dipanjan? How do you exactly feel, or what exactly it is going to be? What would be the phase of the what would be the upcoming phase of this entire world? That is what I can say. So many things would be dependent on that. Is there any specific thing that a person should do to get into this particular role? And what is the
um,
scope of that?
okay, actually, AI has a huge scope nowadays. Like since I've already discussed, there's data storage is very cheap, and we just get data from everywhere, and we just dump it, and then we can analyze a lot. I
Hmm.
mean, we can get a lot of insights, and then from the insights, we can even have predictions, and we can do a lot with the data basically. And machine learning and artificial intelligence basically is that you're using the data in a better way to have a prediction. To like you can either predict, you can have some inference out of it, and basically you can do a lot with that data. So it depends on what interest exactly you have, because this field is huge. So you can just be in visualization, you can either be in business analytics, you can be data analyst, you can be a data scientist, you can be a even, I mean, database administrator. I mean, it's a huge scope, and machine learning engineer and artificial intelligence engineers are like, they're just budding. I mean, they're just growing now, and it's in totally research phase. So yeah, there's a huge scope because there's a lot of data available now, and that's it. So most companies, they have a lot of data, but they don't know what to do with it. So they like they would like to have more insights, and then try to find out like what exactly, like forecasting, as you have said, is one of the areas of machine learning.
Forecasting is one of the areas of machine learning, right?
Yeah.
Artificial
So
intelligence, it is used in day-to-day life as well now, right? I am not a techie guy to speak truth, but just correct me if I'm not wrong. If we talk about Google, right? If we type
yeah,
something there, if we talk
they
about
are basically speech recognition and the image recognition part. Yeah, they are also a part of AI. AI is actually very huge, like too huge. Like even for finding out glitches in games, they use AI. Like first they develop the games, and then they allow the machine to play, and then we get certain glitches, and then okay, this even a human cannot predict that kind of glitches. So I mean, it's a huge area.
So
So
basically, AI is such a use that it can be used in research development. It can be used in search engines. It can be used in gaming platforms. The people who develop gaming softwares. It can be used in robotics, if I'm not wrong.
yes, yes. Robotics, social engineering, automation. I mean, lot. Like speech recognition as well. Then, if you have seen the Sophia, do you know Sophia
It's
robot?
robot, right?
Yeah.
Robot. Yeah,
It
yeah.
can actually understand your speech, and then it can accordingly answer as per your whatever you have said.
Right.
So
Using all this recognition, and it has a good scope. I mean to say, we can say that most of the requirements or most of the world from now on would be somewhat related to artificial intelligence and
yes,
machine
yes.
learning.
There are a lot of technologies coming up. Like even you can predict if there can be a terrorist activity. I mean, like you can even look at the behaviors of people in a mall, and then you can flag fishy activities. So yeah,
Okay,
there are a lot of scope in this area, like
so
lot
scope
of
is
scope,
everywhere.
especially in medicine. Like they can even predict which drug to manufacture. Like certain drugs have a certain kind of expiry date. So you can say that, like if I keep my drug for a long time, probably it gets expired and it's a loss for a business. So
Okay.
you can actually predict how much drugs are required according to the number of cases for that particular disease, and
So
accordingly manufacture those drugs. Yeah, a lot of applications are
of
there.
data analytics, right? Data analytics. Basically, we can look at the data, we can analyze, and
And predict as well, like how many people may get this particular disease, and accordingly make that amount of medicines.
yeah, that is about data analytics, or is it
It
artificial?
is machine learning, as in you predict the number of
Okay.
people who may get this disease. Yeah, there are a lot of applications to both.
Right. So all the people sitting there, right? People have been talking about the Panjan. Actually, I was really interested when you said that. Okay, you did it artificial intelligence, then you also did into much machine learning. People have been raising many queries about what should they do to get into artificial intelligence. Is there any specific course, or how should they plan their career, or what exactly it is going to be? If you can just show some light on that, if you can just throw some light on that, like for those people who are like into 12th standard, how they if you can just talk about something like that, then if anyone is a BSc graduate in computer science or whatever it is there a scope for them also to learn artificial intelligence, or is that the person have to only set up his career keeping in mind the artificial intelligence aspect of it, or be
Uh,
a
Basically, anybody can take up this as a career, artificial intelligence and machine learning. But they should have a very strong mathematical background. That will be really helpful. If not, that there are actually hundreds of courses that say that you don't need anything, you don't need programming skills. But I would not suggest to take that kind of courses, because you actually need a good programming, I mean, good command in programming languages, and a good command in mathematics as well, statistics, probability, and calculus, linear algebra. These things are really required. Yeah, so you can start with mathematics and then go to programming and then probably look into a lot of courses available through MIT OpenCourseWare, and there are a lot of courses available and
So
vlogs as well.
about the programming, Dipanjan, any specific development or any programming would be good, Java programming or whatever, just to sharpen your analytical skills? Is it that or how exactly?
Actually, coming to programming languages, Python is preferred mostly in the industry because there are a lot of libraries available for machine learning and artificial intelligence. But you can also do it in other languages. There's no problem, but you will find it difficult to get a huge number of libraries. So, but yeah, industry always prefers Python, so it's better to go with Python
Yeah.
that way.
That's really good. Okay, that was really insightful, Dipanjan. Okay, so the people who are planning to get into business intelligence or artificial engineering, this is what I just learned from Dipanjan. I'm sure that you might have also heard it. The thing is, you have to be good at mathematics. So whoever really wants to do it, or whoever really is good in mathematics, then really can just keep in mind this something which is there known as artificial intelligence and business machine learning. So that is you would have some scope here as well, but you have to be very good at that. At the same time, you have to be good programmer as well. Okay, so basically you have to be you need to have an analytical mind wherein you keep wherein you form, design, develop different programs, you analyze your good things. So if you have these two particular things, then it would be somewhat better for you. And how do you do? There are many. That is what he was saying, Dipanjan, right? You said that there are many softwares. They said that the programming is not required, and basically you need to have good analytical skills, good logic, and programming is a very must if in case you want to go ahead for artificial intelligence and machine learning. Okay, so keep these three things in mind. You need to be good at mathematics, you need to be good at numbers, you need to be uh, you have to be good at programming. Python would be preferable. Python would be preferable. And if all these things are there, then you are set to go. You can give a try. You can go ahead for this as well. So, isn't it? So this is what it is, right? I summed it up, right? That is what is it.
Yes, 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 it's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to understand myself as well, and I also wanted to share the people about what exactly it is. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. So we'll keep it short, Dipanjan. We'll keep it short.
Yeah, sure, sure.
And also the team, right? Dipanjan is going to be a part of. He's also already a part of a particular group, right? He will be there, and if in case you have, he's one of the mentors actually on the group. So if in case you have any queries, you can raise it to the form, and we will work together and we'll get it addressed. Dipanjan, any specific course name would you like to suggest or something?
Basically, you just have to have the knack at just looking online, and you'll find a lot of YouTube videos basically. So I won't suggest a particular course. There are a lot of courses actually because it's very costly.
A person doing Python as well, a person doing any development as well, if he has interest to get into it, he can go ahead, he can search for some courses which are related to artificial intelligence and machine learning. He can go ahead and go do that particular course, and later on everything can be taken care about the way you handle the interview. That is how it is basically.
Actually, you can start with this Andrew NG course in Coursera. That's really good. And apart from that, you can go into vlogs. There are a lot of vlogs available online. Towards Data Science is one of them. So
Okay.
that is one of the good vlogs you can look for. And apart from that, attend as many conferences as possible. Talk to people who are into this kind of work. That is really important.
Okay, what did you say first? I missed that name actually, Dipanjan. What was that?
Coursera course.
Okay, 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 okay.
From by Andrew and G is like it's just a basic course on machine learning. So apart from that, he has given a lot of courses in deep learning as well. I mean, there are a lot of courses online.
True, 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 true. So this is how it is, people. Okay. Anything else you would like to add, Dipanjan? Anything else that you would like to add about artificial intelligence, machine learning? We discussed data analytics. Uh, Tell me one thing, Dipanjan. Okay, how was the current interview? With all the things going around, Corona thing, getting job stuff, and I want to hear, right. Whoever like whom I'm having a discussion, I want to hear this thing from a person who has got selected in something, so that people can learn and get motivated from him? What would you suggest in that lines, Dipanjan?
Actually, I was selected in other companies as well, but I mean, uh, yeah, so they had a variety of requirements. Like some company requires some set of skills, some other company requires some other set of skills. So
So,
yeah, this area is huge. So you cannot have one specific set of skills and you try to get into a lot of places. You cannot do that. But yeah, whatever you are good at, it is better you keep applying in that particular set of things. Like I had a varied set of skills like SQL, and SQL was really necessary. I mean SQL. So most companies they asked SQL in their first round. So I was good at it. So it was really great that companies are asking SQL.
SQL comes with combination. I have seen requirements wherein people were looking for Unix plus SQL. Then it comes in combination with many other skill sets actually.
Yeah, yeah. Anywhere, wherever you deal with databases, you will get SQL basically. So it is like you have to know those things.
So this is what it is, people. Okay, you have to keep applying for the skill set on which you have worked or which you have qualified for. Keep applying for that, and
Yeah,
you
yeah. That is,
very requirements. Yeah, rather than getting disheartened, and plan yourself properly, people. Plan yourself properly. We had I and Dipanjan. We had some two discussions prior to this. One was like one-to-one discussion, and other was that we had today. But we interacted, right? We interacted a while what about job search and all these things. Okay, you have to be sincere, people. Okay, the people who are sincere will definitely get something out of it and will get placed. Some you have to be sincere about whatever it is. If it's a campus interview, you have to be vigilant about what all things are happening. And this is what the keen observation is, and it works everywhere, people. Okay. So anything else, Dipanjan, you would like to add before we close it?
yeah, basically, I would suggest people who are searching for jobs to just start applying and read the job requirements thoroughly and accordingly change the resume if required. And if you have the skills, and yes, you just apply to those companies where you really believe that you have those skills. Otherwise, it's pointless applying in those companies where you don't have that skill.
True,
So
true, true. So have a look at job description. Elaborate all those things which are there into job description. Elaborate those things much into your resume. Align your resume with the particular job description and apply. And at the same thing, apply for only those opportunities which you can actually talk about, which you already have experience on. So these are again the few key learnings, and maximize your efforts, people. Maximize your efforts. I've seen people applying for one interview, then waiting to get the feedback, then after that applying for another interview. No, in random, apply for all the things that you can do and maximize your effort. This is what suggestion that we gave myself and Dipanjan. This is what we have to tell you along with the artificial data analytics and machine learning knowledge that we currently shared with you. Anything else, Dipanjan?
no, I think I'm done.
Good to have
If
you
there
here,
are,
Panjan. I'm sure that it would definitely add some value, right? So, if someone is really interested into getting into data analytics, into business intelligence, into artificial intelligence, we have just shared some basic aspects about how you can plan things around, how your mindset should be, how you should put in an effort. So, and what should be the streamline, how you should try to plan and design to reach up to that particular ladder. So, hope you like this particular information, people. Whatever we have discussed, try to put it in practice, and ultimately things will start working for you. So hope you like this particular information. We will catch up somewhere in next video, and this link will be shared in our groups as well. If you have any queries related to this particular skill sets, please write it to us on the particular form that we will be sharing. We'll work with Dipanjan and we'll get back to you on that. Okay, so thank you, Dipanjan. Thanks for the time.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, no
Thank you,
problem.
team.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being here with us. Take care.